On today's episode, I review the bluest and cheapest snack that I've ever reviewed on The Snack Guy. Bum, bum, bum. Do you remember way back when you were just a wee little child, and maybe you were a giant little child? I don't know what kind of kid you were. Maybe you were freakishly tall or freakishly short, you were somewhere in between. But do you remember way back, when you were just a little itty child living under the stairs, anyway, and going to lunch and seeing what everyone brought to lunch that day? You know, some people would have sandwiches with the crust cut off. Some people would have soup. Some people would have Lunchables. Some people would buy lunch from school if they were lucky enough. Some people would have really, really cool parents, and those parents would give them Big Hug fruit barrels. That's right, the name of this is just stupid. I'm sorry if Big Hug fruit barrel people want to give me some money and I'll redo my whole thing and they could sponsor an episode, but Big Hug fruit barrel is what this is called. And I remember when I was a kid, kids in school would have these little, they were little back in the day, these little clear plastic barrel-y things. Well, they look kind of just like this. And they had a foil top on it, and they just punched it open, and inside of it was what Dave Chappelle, who I'm not really a fan of Dave Chappelle, but this is a funny sketch, what Dave Chappelle talked about as blue drink, purple drink, green drink. It was sugar, water, flavor. That's all it was. Sugar, water, color. Sugar, water, color. And this is, I'm pretty sure, what Big Hug fruit barrels are. They on the outside of it says, oh, it's a good source of vitamin E and 5 B vitamins. I think that's some shit that they added later on down the road in the 2000s when big parents out there and Michelle Obama was like, hey, you can't be marketing this shit to kids. It's literally sugar water. And like, my mom would have never let me have this growing up. My parents weren't strict when it came to food, but we couldn't have chocolate milk all the time, or we couldn't have, the sugary powder Kool-Aid all the time. She would make the Kool-Aid so it wouldn't be the 8 cups of sugar in it, it would be half of that. Or we would have to drink water and milk first before we got anything. It was on a rare occasion that we ever got soda, and usually when we had pizzas. It was a big treat, pizza night and soda, and it's what we had. That was like the big family dinner. That was like junk food. Most of the stuff we had growing up was semi-healthy, home-cooked, made to not ruin us and make us sick and hyperactive and all that other things. And I remember that the fruit barrel jugs were just something that we were just never, ever allowed to have unless we were at somebody else's house. And she just it was a big thing of, you can't have this, it's nothing. You can have a juicy juice, have some orange juice, have a piece of fruit. But there is really no fruit on the market that is Windex blue. This is what this is. This is a bottle of Windex with sugar in it. And at the top of the show, I mentioned that this is my cheapest snack. So I'm walking through a local supermarket that I usually don't go to, just trying to find new things to bring to you, the snack viewing audience. And I saw this, I'm like, oh, that would be fun to do. And then I looked at it again. This bottle, which is 16 fluid ounces, 473 milliliters, cost 9 cents. 9 cents. 9 pennies. That's all this cost. It costs more to bottle it and create it and bring it to the store, and it costs more for me to bring it home and put it in the refrigerator. 9 cents. This is the cheapest beverage on the market, so that should really tell you something. Where, something like a Spindrift, which is real fruit, real carbonated water, real nothing, costs $1. This is 9 cents. Let's look at, okay, the ingredients on this are insane. The first one, water. I like it. Usually the first one has the most stuff in it, so water, fine. High fructose corn syrup, citric acid, less than 0.1% natural and artificial flavoring. Vitamin E, a bunch of things I just can't pronounce, a bunch of vitamins, and then the final thing is sodium. Like this, it contains 0% juice because it's Windex, it's blue. What is this? So this is the blue raspberry flavor. Let me just tell you, I'm not somebody who is like eating organic, who's vegetarian, vegan, anything like that. But if it's 9 cents and it's Windex colored, that can't be good for you. Come on now. So this is blue raspberry artificially flavored drink. Nowhere on here does it say juice, does it say energy drink, does it say sports drink. It's just drink. Only has 2 grams of sugar per bottle, which, really? Only 2 grams of sugar? So this is probably just water. Okay, so we have serving sizes 1 bottle, calories 10, fat 0, cholesterol 0, sodium 190. 190% sodium. Diet soda doesn't even have that anymore. The last diet soda I had was 69% sodium. Nice. Grams, whatever. Protein, none. Carbs, 2. This only has 2. This might be the healthiest thing on the market. I'm a type 2 diabetic, and a lot of times I'm looking for things that I can drink. And god damn it, if I would have known Big Hug Fruit Barrel was it, ooh, did you see that? That would have been what I've been going to for years. So it's in, okay, so let's take a look at it. The bottle itself is a Big Hug Fruit Barrel. It's a barrel on the outside. It's see-through. It has a little sports pop lid. So it's, it's good for when you're on the go, while you're running, while you're playing a sports, while you're catching a ball, while you're juggling. This one's leaking. Yeah, that's leaking quite a bit. See that? Okay, maybe I'll pay 10 cents for a non-leaky bottle. So let's drink it before it gets too all over the floor that I don't own. And let's just take a sip. I'm just really confused in why it's called Big Hug Fruit Barrel. You could have just called it Big Fruit Barrel or Big Fruit Barrel. No, why did you have to have physical touch in the name of this? Why is it Big Hug? Is Big Hug a person? Is Big Hug a rapper? Do I not know who Big Hug is? Okay, first things first. I gotta take this lid off because it's killing me. Okay, I can't take it. There we go. Okay, taking the lid off, throwing that over there. Taking this pop top thing off. God, there's so much plastic in this. This is never going to leave our earth. So the smell of this, there is some berry. God, it is leaking all over the place. There's a hole in this somewhere, and I can't believe that 9 cents worth of plastic would have a hole in it. So there really isn't a blueberry fruit flavor to it. It's more of that like acidic, the citric acid flavor scenting to it. And like I said, the blue is literally the color of Windex, and I have Blue Hug all over me. That sounds filthy. So I'm gonna take another sip of it because this is clearly the healthiest thing I've had all day, and I've been eating snacks for 3 hours now. There's not a lot of flavor to it. It's a watered down Kool-Aid that has some blue flavoring to it, some blue raspberry, some acidicness that you can feel in your mouth. And, my parents were probably right by not giving this to me as a kid. But there is one thing you can say about it is there's not a lot of anything in it. There's not a lot of sugar. There's no aspartame. There's no Splenda. There's no fake in this. It's not the worst thing in the world for you, but it's also not the best thing. At this point, just go get some water and squeeze some blueberries into your water, and there you have it. But, for 9 cents, for 9 cents, it's not the worst thing in the world. If you're thirsty, if you need some kind of vitamin, some type of something in your system, and you only have 10 cents, go into your local supermarket and see if they have this for you, because it's not the worst thing in the world. Oh, it's a gluten-free food, which is, food is pushing it. I would have had quotes around food. And also, if you buy this, make sure you recycle the plastic in your local ordinances or whatever. Because it's thick, it's very plasticky. It's not bad. It's not great. There's really no flavor to it. So Big Hug Fruit Barrel, I'm giving it points just for the name altogether. I give you a 2 out of 5, just because you are probably the healthiest thing that I've had today. There's a lot of chemicals in there, so it's healthy is pushing it. But, You know, 2 out of 5 isn't bad because it's not bad. It's not as terrible as I thought it was. Maybe when I was a kid, it was much worse. But, you know, I'm not going to give you points off for being leaky. There's some, yep, found the hole. I think somebody, when they did it with their box cutter, sliced right through it, which, whatever. So yeah, 2 out of 5 for Big Hug Fruit Barrel. Let me know in the comments below, did you ever have Big Hug Fruit Barrel? Is this a regional treat? Is this something that you've had growing up and you turned out just fine? Maybe you're a CEO of Big Hug Incorporated and you want to give me a big barrel of big hugs. And until next time, I'm Ivan Hahn, the snack guy. Go hug a... Go enjoy a snack. Thank you so much for watching The Snack Guy. Do me a big favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, while you're at it, follow us on social media. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up and the bell and all the other things YouTube wants you to do.